YouTube, what's good? Jay Barnes coming at you once again. It's Monday, and I'm sitting in traffic on Monday morning, man. On the way to the gym, man. It seemed like every other day coming down this road on the way to this gym, man. It's something going on, an accident, some type of construction, something, man. You know, no matter how early I get to the gym, man, it's something going on. So. Man, it's Monday. It's all good, man. We gonna make it do what it do. Getting the day started. You know how we get down, man. C-bum, great. By the time I get to the gym, man, I should be ready to go. And you know what, man? I'm so anxious to get to the gym, but it's not really to get a full workout. I think last week I had some great workouts, man. I got some good rest. Nutrition was really good throughout the course of the week. The weekend, however, I had some fried chicken. You know, I had some fried chicken. Popeyes has these new wings, these dry rub wings, and I got down. You know, hey, it is what it is. But I'm back on. You know, yesterday, got back on the bike, you know, took the day off, got some rest. Now I'm ready to get after it this week, man. It's Monday, man. I'm going to start off with some shoulders and chest, of course. My main objective today is incline barbell press. You know, I'm going to do incline barbell press. I want to progress the weight up to about 365 for reps because I really want to hit 405 on incline, you know. I've hit 365 on incline before, so now I got my mind set on 405 on incline. I bench pressed 405 before on a flat barbell, but doing 405 on an incline barbell to me is a little bit more impressive, okay? So for my own ego, for my own sense of pride, you know, and kind of set myself apart from the regular folks or the average person who just wants to bench press a lot of weight. I've done that before. You know, there's not too many people in this world that hit 405. You know, you may know one person or two, depending on, you know, where you are. But yeah, man, I want to hit 405 on the incline press. And got to get my frequency. I've got to get my shoulders a little bit stronger. So that's going to be my main focus, as well as more detail and structure in my back. You know, I'm going to hit it real hard, going to hit a lot of volume in this training block. But man, today I woke up and I was like, man, I just really want to get under the incline presses. No matter what the workout calls for today, I'm going to hit my shoulders without a doubt. I'm going to hit the rear delts without a doubt. But I just want to get under the incline press, you know, get as many reps as I can. Last week I went to the other side of the gym where the weights are covered in like this plastic, whatever. So today, hopefully I could get under the metal weights, and I just want to see if there's any difference. I know the actual bench sits a little bit lower, so it feels a little awkward to me, you know. So I prefer to hit the metal weights, but I actually prefer the actual bench to sit up a little bit higher, the butt pad to sit up a little bit higher, so I don't feel like I'm squatting down to the ground, you know. But yeah, man, we're gonna get after it anyway. So yeah, before we hit the gym, man, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video. It's all free support, man. Whatever you can do, man, I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow and get out to more people who want the motivation, who needs the inspiration, maybe some knowledge, some information, or some structure on their training. Man, go ahead and do all that for your boy, man. Help me out. I really would appreciate it. All right, now let's get to the gym. All right, no metal weights. So I'm over here again. We're gonna do the best with what we got, man. Let's get it.
How long till you get home?
Man, I honestly think a 45 is a 45, but maybe it's a psychological, manipulation we play on ourselves to think that, some weights are different. Maybe it makes a difference, what type of weight it is, but, I wanted to at least test the theory out, but it's all good, man. We're gonna get to it. Like I said, last week, I hit 315 for 6. So we'll go for 7. If I'm feeling it, we go for 7. All right, let's get it. I feel like if I would have went for 8 and told myself if I'm gonna go for 8 reps, I would have got 8 reps. But 7 is good. If I could, be consistent with that 7 reps, over the next couple of weeks, I think 8 reps will be in the near future. Gonna continue to stay focused on nutrition. That's a big part. That's a big part of this whole situation is proper nutrition. So let's focus on staying at that 6 to 8 rep range, getting the nutrition, and being consistent, man. Let's go. All right, moved on to some cable flies after a successful incline press session. I switched up my actual grip to an underhand grip on a cable fly so that, it's gonna attack more of my upper chest, and I definitely feel it there. So oftentimes we come from maybe like a neutral grip with our thumbs up, and it does a good job of getting maybe more of the middle part of the chest, but just want to do something a little different, hit a different angle, come from a different perspective on the chest. So yeah, feeling pretty good. Let me hit a couple more sets right here, and we're gonna move over into the shoulders. Let's get it. So a cue that I like to use when performing my lateral raises, especially using the cable, is to focus on moving my elbow out as opposed to raising it, right? You know, even though it is a lateral raise, you know, and you're raising your lateral deltoid, in order to take the traps out of the movement and focus primarily on your shoulder muscle, is to not lift your arm, right? Using your wrist, trying to lift your wrist up to the ceiling. You know, you really want to just focus on reaching out to a wall, right? Whatever the nearest wall is, try to reach for that, you know what I mean? Because when you're going out, it's a lot more difficult to engage that trap, you know? So once again, focus on pulling your arm out, not up. All right, man. Chest, shoulders, knocked them out. Now it's time for cardio. Do a little bit of rear delts right here on this cable. I started off with a rear delt fly, so at this point it's just extra credit. I appreciate y'all making it to the end. Once again, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Like the video. Peace.